Valhalla. Even if you are only vaguely familiar with paganism, you know this word. Because it still sparks the imagination to this day. The story is that if you die in battle and if you fight bravely, and if you hold your weapon while you're dying, there's a chance that Odin might grant you a favor. There's a chance that Odin might send his Valkyries down from the skies, or as we say in Holland, his Valkuren uit de hemel. They will come down, they will pick you up, and they will take you to the Valhalla, where you may fight and feast and recount the tales of your bravery for all eternity. Well, not exactly eternity, because you're only there until the end of the world, until ragnarok, where you're supposed to fight in its army. We all know this tale. And I'm not here to debate today whether this tale is real. Is Valhalla real or not? That's a subject for another video, because then you also have to answer the question, what is real? If something has a physical form, is it real? But if something doesn't have a physical form, is it also not real? Is a thought real? Interesting questions, but not for today. Today we're going to try and see, well, we're not going to try, I'm actually going to explain it to you, how the concept of Valhalla is actually a very beneficial concept. It always was beneficial, like the Vikings used this concept to eliminate fear, and specifically the fear of death. And that was in part one of the reasons why the Vikings had such a great, formidable reputation. As soon as they saw those Viking longships just coming up the rivers, everybody ran for the hills, because these people were savages. They feared no death, right? Well, it's no longer the Viking age. Recording of this video, it's 2023. And I'm here to tell you that the concept of Valhalla, it used to have benefits for the tribe. But nowadays, in Western civilization, very few people are interested in the well-being of the tribe. What we're interested in is the well-being of ourselves. So we're going to get that concept of Valhalla and we're going to apply it to 2022. We're going to take an ancient pathway today and take it in a new direction. Because if you see Valhalla as a therapeutic tool to get the most out of your life, I will think you will come a lot further than without Valhalla. Let me explain. When you're a human being, there are certain things that you want. Could be you want just to be fit and lose some pounds. Could be that you want peace of mind. Could be that you want money. Could be that you want love. Could be that you want freedom. You want these things, but you don't have them, because if you have them, you wouldn't want them. So the question is, why? Why don't you have what you want? You can have a lot of answers to those questions. It's a genuine question. I'm looking for an answer. A lot of people are going to answer that with, well, you know, the government are a bunch of assholes. That's a good excuse, the government. You go like, well, you know, my parents didn't raise me right, and I didn't get a good education. It's my brain, I'm dumb, otherwise I would have been a millionaire. It's the patriarchy that's suppressing me. There are all types of enemies outside of ourselves that we look for when explaining our own inadequacies. I'm here to tell you that all of this is bullshit. There's only one thing holding you back, and that's you. Yeah, you, behind that screen. All the great inspirational figures talk about this. I remember this speech by Bruce Lee saying that it's just a plateau. Everything is just a plateau and you must always push further and further and further. David Goggins on Instagram talks like that too. Very inspirational figure. So what's stopping you is basically you. So what's really going on? Well, let me tell you what's going on. Say, I'll give you an example. Say you're not very fit. You have a big beer belly, you have a desk job, and you never work out. And you say, I have a goal, I want to become fit. Say that you succeed in that goal. Let's say you imagine that you could do 100 push-ups. 100 push-ups in one go, consecutively. Drop to the ground, give me 100 push-ups. If you are able to succeed in that goal, what would happen is you would view yourself completely differently. Which also means that you will have to say goodbye of you, of who you are now. The fear that we have of change is the fear that we don't make it. And there's an even bigger fear that we do make it. Because if we do make it, then there's a certain death that's involved. And even though our lives may be shitty in certain aspects, at least we know what we got. If you become somebody new, you don't know. There's this insecurity that comes with it. So fear of change is actually the fear of death. And I believe we have all, to a degree, a fear of change. So there you have it. What's holding you back is actually the fear of death. And what is the solution to the fear of death? That's Valhalla. If you believe in Valhalla, if you tackle your problems, if you tackle what you want with the attitude of Valhalla, meaning, I want this and this. For me, I want that Viking hall just there. And you say, either I'm giving this my all, and it doesn't mean that you're going to succeed right away. If the Vikings pillage a city, they didn't like succeed the first try always. Sometimes you have to keep going, you have to recalibrate, come up with a new tactic, but keep going. If you keep going and you have that attitude, I'm either going to be victorious or I'm going to Valhalla. I don't care. You put yourself up for victory because either there's glory or there's glory. But a lot of the times there isn't really that like Valhalla because you're afraid of change and you're afraid of dying. And don't say you're not, because we're all at some subconscious level afraid of this insecurity of dying and this insecurity of change. If you eliminate that by putting Valhalla there, I don't think you can fail. I think you can be insanely successful by incorporating the victory of Valhalla mindset into your life. A lot of us won't die in battle physically. Okay, some of us might be kickboxers and they might die in the ring from trauma to the head, but most of us won't. But if we live our lives in a good way, in a good pagan way, then we will die 1,000 deaths in this life. And we will face them gladly. And if we will do that, I don't know if Valhalla is real, but if you live your life with Valhalla in your heart, I guarantee that you will start living the best life. It sounds like a motivational video. I'm not intended to do that. I believe this is also the pagan way. I believe it's not the pagan way to go on your knees in a church and to beg for some spiritual welfare from a sky daddy. Please give me something. No. It's the pagan way to say the gods don't necessarily care about us. I will do it myself. And if you have that victory or Valhalla mindset, either I will be victorious and have glory, or I will have glory in the fact that I gave it my all. You will steamroll to this life. And I don't know if Valhalla is real, but I know that if you have this mindset and if you live it all your life, by the time you're old, you will sure as hell be worthy of Valhalla. So, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I'm rather fond of it. I'm giving myself a thumbs up for creating this thumbnail. I really like that. That's my best one yet. Thanks for watching. See you all next week. Ga met de goden.